Welcome back to Crystal Talks. It is Katie and Cynthia here. We are thrilled to be here with you today as we begin to talk about crystals and the chakra system. It's going to be a super exciting journey that we go through each of the seven main chakras. And which one are we talking about today, Cynthia?
I think we're starting off this series with the number one, the root chakra, which is associated with our basic trust, our security, and feeling of trust.
Absolutely. I always think the root chakra is a great place to start because it's like your foundation and everything else is kind of built on that foundation. So when your root chakra is out of whack, then everything else is probably out of whack too. So root chakra is a great place to start when we're talking about chakra balancing, chakra support, all those kinds of things. It's like Cynthia said, it's where that trust begins. It's your security center, your survival center. It has to do with all your basic needs, your physicality, your physical health, your finances. This is where you really want to ground down through your root chakra, connecting to the earth. It's that support and foundation, and it's located at the base of the spine, and it kind of flows down through the legs and the feet too. It has that physical association with the legs and the feet, that lower region of the body, your skeletal structure, which is also a major foundation in your body, your teeth, your large intestines, your kidney, and your blood. The root chakra kind of associates with all of those physical pieces of your being. Uh, Physiologically, again, it's about your survival and self preservation. So, your root chakra is all about those basic needs being met: food, water, shelter, finances, all of those kinds of things. It also deals with your kind of connection to the tribe or your belonging. So, it's a really powerful chakra center that kind of affects every other chakra center. And in reality, they all affect each other, really. Um, it all begins with your root, it all begins with that foundation. The biggest challenge in your root chakra is fear. Again, that's what kicks us into survival mode. Fear of absolutely anything you can think of has to do with your root chakra. Really great mantra to pair with your root chakra is I am, and then fill in the blank. I am grounded. I am safe. I am supported. I am stable. Using that I am really kind of puts you in that supportive space of grounding down into I am, whatever you follow it up with. The sound is Lam, so meditating with that continuous sound, saying it or listening to it, the vibration of the sound can be really supportive for that root chakra energy. So we just threw a bunch of root chakra information at you, right? But what do you do when you're like, oh, well, I feel like my root chakra is out of whack or it's out of balance or it's not open, all of the things that can potentially happen. It's blocked, right? Which happens to all of us. So, Cynthia, can you tell us what kind of crystals really align with the root chakra?
Well, probably two of the best known are black obsidian and red jasper. Red jasper is amazing for not only supporting us but nurturing. Jasper is a very nurturing. All jaspers have a nurturing element to them. Black obsidian does the grounding. It connects us with the earth. It's made from, volcano lava, and it's a long time ago, and it's very grounding. But some of the ones that are lesser known are a lot of fun. Dalmatian, which is great for strength. Dragon bloodstone helps you get rid of those fears that Katie was just talking about. One of my favorites is moss agate. I think it's a beautiful earthly connection, and it gives us that feeling of stability. Another good one is petrified wood, and that's obvious. That's a real earth connection, a real grounding, but it's also very calming. It's good to calm your nerves. And last but not least of our favorites is that smoky quartz, which is just a great connecting stone that helps us with that tribal feeling, that sense of belonging. Do you have a favorite, Katie?
Well, I mean, they're all such great stones. I really love smoky quartz. I couldn't tell you why I love smoky quartz, but I have always loved smoky quartz. In fact, sometimes I like to use smoky quartz as points in crystal grids instead of a clear quartz. So really just one of my favorites for sure, I have to say. Petrified wood has also been just something that intrigues me. I'm not sure why, again, but it just intrigues my interest. So like we always say, if something is calling to you, there's a reason, right? You might not always know what that reason is, but if there is a crystal that's calling to you, always recommend to go for that one and bring that one into your world because it has an energy that's calling to your energy. So it's going to be supportive to you. And even sometimes those crystals that you're like, oh, it's kind of weird. It still stood out to you. There's still something there that's calling to you. Um, but some great ways you could use these crystals that Cynthia mentioned to really pair with your root chakra is placing it near your feet for grounding. You could sleep with it near your feet, place it in your shoe, hold it in your hands and meditate by a tree. You're getting that earth connection. Trees are very wise, very spiritual, very energetically healing, supportive. You can create a crystal grid, like I talked about. You could use smoky quartz points in your crystal grid. You can also create a crystal essential oil roller bottle, which gives you that power of crystals and essential oil. So you get that double vibration of energetic healing. And I know that Cynthia has a root chakra essential oil recipe for you. So, what is that recipe, Cynthia?
Absolutely. You take this is for a 10 ml bottle, your standard size roller bottle, and you put 6 drops of cedar wood in the bottle with 6 drops of frankincense, 4 drops of black pepper, and 4 drops of myrrh. And then you fill up the bottle with your carrier oil of choice. I recommend either jojoba or because it's great for the skin, or coconut oil has a long shelf life. It has a great stability. So if you're going to keep it around for a while, not use it very often, you might want to go with the coconut oil. Um, but that's really all there is to it. If you want to add some crystals to it, some of our recommendations would be the red jasper or the black obsidian, like we talked about, or the smoky quartz. Those are your real basic ones for the root chakra. And as far as putting it on, you can roll it on the bottom of your feet. You can put it on the base of your spine. Essential oils are going to go wherever they're needed. So there isn't any, if your intuition, your little voice is telling you to put it someplace else, other than those places that we don't ever put essential oils, go with it. Your intuition should always be paid attention to.
Totally agree. Intuition is very powerful. Um, I love that recipe. I love cedar wood is actually one of my favorite essential oils. Again, I couldn't tell you why, but it's one of my favorites. Um, and as you're building this essential oil recipe at home to do it yourself, you can throw those crystals in with crystal roller ball tops or with crystal chips. And we can give you some recommendations for how to find quality as well in the description below the video. We've also got a whole ebook that's going to give you all this information that we talked about for the root chakra today, but also all the other main chakras as well. So we're going to give you root to crown information, essential oil blends, crystals, that basic information about the chakra for you to gain some understanding. So there'll be a link below for you to grab that if you would like. We'd also love to hear from you. What chakra is working through you right now? What are you wanting to know more about when it comes to using crystals and essential oils? So, thanks for being here today. We will see you next week with the sacral chakra. So, until then, have a great week.